Hey, hello, good evening. Today it's nearly midnight on the last day of August 2021. Today I want to start again with a new painting I made. You can see it right behind me. So here it goes. It's not finished, it nearly is, so I can show it to you. So on the bottom you see gravestones with the earth, within a face, within a butterfly, within the tree of life with the twin soul. And on the side you see colors representing the spheres of light of the afterlife. I do like where it is going to. Uh, yeah, it makes me happy. I'm happy when painting a lot. So, shall we start? I have I wrote new material about the mind being psychotic about the last week. That I had some really intense feelings and sometimes a bit lost, but not for the entire evening. Uh, Gradations, let's say gradations. So here we go. Mhm. It's already vlog number 22. So here it goes. Alrighty, let's start. New Milestones, episode 22. I had an easy day. This morning, my parents left to go on a holiday. I started the day with some great coffee. Afterwards, I let the dog out. It was a nice stroll. I took some rest and fell asleep for a bit. Afterwards, I watched some Gravity Falls episodes. In the late afternoon, I visited a friend of mine for dinner. When leaving, I had a nice conversation with a neighbor of mine, always friendly. Anyways, that friend of mine brought some spaghetti with him, two portions, one with chicken and rosemary, and the other with beef and green pesto. Not bad. Finishing with a cup of coffee in the garden. The weather was nice. We talked a bit about finance, but also about this garden. His neighbor is making a new fence. A friend of mine already redecorated his own garden, and it looks really beautiful. After a good 2 hours, I cycled back home again. I let the dog in the garden, surfed a bit on the internet before watching the latest episode from the first season of Gravity Falls. I put a small pizza in the oven, a bit hungry. I'm listening to the Doors. Earlier on, I was a bit sensitive. I talk about that quite often. It is strange when your thoughts and feelings are wide in the open. I get connections then, like people can feel me. How is that possible? I do feel them though. A new day. Yesterday evening, I started with a new painting. I made a good first part already. In between, listening to music, again, the Doors. Today I woke up a bit later than usual because I painted into the night the other day. Let the dog in the garden while enjoying a cup of coffee. Nope, even 3 cups of coffee. The usual morning routines. Around noon, I let the dog out. It was a nice stroll. I had a nice conversation with another neighbor of mine. She was digging in the garden. It looked really beautiful. I will start to paint again today. I want to stay home. A while ago, I bought some shakes. I emptied the bottles already, but I have some packages with powder left. Had one of them and they tasted really nice. I want to continue with that for at least 3 days a week. Losing some weight isn't a bad thing with the medicines I'm using. Besides, it will decrease my intake of sugar big time. The dog lies under the table, resting. He ran a lot. Last, just watched some YouTube as well. The Endless Adventure and Kara and Nate. They were nice vlogs. The Endless Adventure were in New Orleans, US, and Kara and Nate were canoeing in the north part of the US, near the border with Canada. A new day. Yesterday I first painted again for a bit, added the butterfly and painted around that. It is going into the right direction. I haven't finished it yet. I think I need to paint for at least another 2 days. Later on, I watched some Gravity Falls episode again. I am at the fifth episode from the second season. In the afternoon, I took a shake again. They really work. I wasn't hungry whatsoever. That is strange to notice, feeling even more powerful because of the boost of vitamins and minerals. In the early evening, I was craving for something to eat, so I made some salmon and prawn spaghetti. It was a great meal, but I wasn't that hungry actually. Afterwards, I watched John Wick, Chapter 2. Halfway, I turned the movie off. I was really cold actually and took a nice hot shower. Soon afterwards, I fell asleep. Around half past midnight, I woke up again and thought it was already morning. That wasn't the case though. I felt strange. Also woke up to go to the bathroom a couple of times. Eventually out of bed. I gave the cat some food first. Downstairs I let the dog in the garden and gave him some food and water as well. I made 3 cups of coffee. I did my internet routines and put on David Bowie. Still not entirely stable yet. I will decide later on if I will go out this evening. I searched up some info about the corona and I don't have the symptoms. I'm only hot and cold. Besides, I've had 2 vaccines already. Yep, I'm ill. I searched some things up on the internet. I might have a bladder infection. I looked back when it started and could pinpoint most of the symptoms, feverish as well. I really need to run sometimes to go to the bathroom, barely making it to the toilet. Pain and itchy feelings, still feverish. Feeling a bit better though than 2 days ago. I cancelled my weekly meeting with a friend of mine. I will see him next time. It is Sunday today, so I will contact my doctor tomorrow first thing in the morning. I'm sitting downstairs with a blanket surrounding me, listening to David Bowie again, a great artist, drinking a lot of water. That is essential for having a bladder infection. I must say that I'm confident that I have that, so I will contact my doctor. Then I know it for sure. A new week started. It is Monday today. Last evening I took a really hot shower, brushed my teeth and went to bed immediately. I must say that after a good night's sleep I feel better. Called my doctor's office 2 times. And I told the receptionist on the other side my situation, and she thought I might have a bladder infection as well. She asked me to come over to bring a small jar with pee. So I took the bus to my doctor and was helped right away. She confirmed I have a bladder infection. She sent the prescription to my pharmacy and asked me to come back within a week. Afterwards, I took the bus to the pharmacy. I was helped right away over there as well. I was a bit sensitive again, annoying. I'm feeling people in the last couple of days, only by thinking of them, about everything. Doesn't matter what the subject is. I can feel people, really strange. When getting back home again, I had a nice chat with my neighbor, the friendly one. In between, I chatted a bit with 2 friends. They both wish me well in my recovery. A bladder infection sucks big time. Luckily, I don't have them often. Actually, it is my second time as far as I remember. Back then, I had to go to a hospital, actually. I hope that isn't the case this time. Anyways, I have an antibiotics for which I have to use 2 times a day for at least a week. The second step is to figure out why I have one. I did start with my shakes last week. I had 4 of them and the days before getting ill. Could it be the shakes? I must say I did like them. I even got a boost of energy after taking one. The thing is that the shakes are full with vitamins and minerals. Maybe because I have no solid food, it might have caused this infection. It are possibilities. So I need to do some more research first. In the last couple of days, I was really sensitive. Like I said before, really intense feelings. Feeling people, in other words, people I know. Then to go outside is difficult for me sometimes. Because I'm inside thoughts and feelings. I could feel people I met today, really sharp, like a diamond. I'm scared sometimes because of the intensity I'm feeling these thoughts and feelings. When does a thought pop up? What thought pops up? What is an interaction? What is the interaction with these thoughts and feelings? Feelings are for every person. Not everyone sees that. We don't talk about them mostly. What if these thoughts are interacting with other thoughts and about people you know? Also looking to psychosis for that. Then you project these mad interactions with yourself and other people you encounter. The box you're thinking is already taken over by fantasy. Gradations again, within yourself. Other boundaries, you need to learn everything all over again. Forgetting how to think, what it was like before. Who are you within feelings? How far do they go? Are they on the surface? Mirroring with your own inner thoughts, but sometimes I'm scared with a psychotic mindset. I've learned that universal love is real. In that way, I can see that I'm wrong mostly with my own inner mindset. I'm still not there yet, just the same as my therapist told me last time when I visited him. I remember from back in the day that I've always been a sensitive person. I knew things from people they didn't even know themselves. A great rich inner feeling. I helped people without knowing why and how. I felt great. Then to lose all these things is a real pity. No more intuition, only madness. Scared to go down that road again. Afraid in becoming psychotic again. I've learned that it's all about. With my new visions, I'm getting out of these weird inner thoughts. Partly medicines, but also partly the visions I've learned about the afterlife. The afterlife is reality. You can let go of the madness eventually and not getting sucked inside of them. And over here, some stories about the mind. I had some inner thoughts again. This time I talked out loud to follow my thoughts, moving through different layers of the mind, looking at them. An unpleasant thought. It scares me. Am I moving without the outer feelings through this thought, or my inner feeling? Is it only one thought, or are there multiple of them? Am I them? Sucked inside a box, we all encounter certain thoughts about everything. It is only about the gradations of the inner core that counts. I'm moving again. Every time when I'm in an episode, I learn more. For the moment, insanity. They fade away. Learning to see universal love by letting go eternity of the mind. Easier said than done sometimes. A first step is a step into a great future with a new journey. Walk the path, let go of fear and insanity. I posted a picture online for myself, and I put a small verse with it. It says, day and night, what's behind it all is the inner beauty of life, a light that shines bright forever. That is what you are. Together with the picture I made, I felt great to put it online. I'm inside these delusions quite often, time and gradations, to learn the afterlife with its vast oceans of love and knowledge. Spiritual journeys change the hearts of many. The afterlife with its inhabitants of reincarnated souls, they are all waiting to be reborn again. They've learned a lot about the afterlife and its many spheres. They will bring this knowledge on earth, learning by trying, letting go of these places of the past, learning about it in a new life. God is creation. God is forgiveness and justice as well. We all did bad things, and we are all learning about making good, sometimes slow and sometimes pretty fast. Your soul is ready for every obstacle, because the inner core of your soul is linked to the sphere of light where you belong to. Pain is sometimes growth as well. It can be tough sometimes, but remember that in the end, universal love is the highest thing there is. In that way, you can change. Changing perspectives and looking to the higher things of life. You're a soul with many possibilities. The inner core in the dark has always an ending. Your inside energy is low sometimes, and you need to recharge yourself every now and then. Not following the psychotic mind, it pollutes your environment. You need to get rid of that, open up to the universe, and start your journey here. Wow, already past 11 minutes. It's a longer story than I thought. So I hope, as always, that it makes sense, of course. Yeah, it was a good one. It was fun to talk out loud with this one. So that's okay. I would say have a really good evening, week, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.